Hi, and welcome to Upland Consulting's Zoom Room. This is an occasional series of interviews where we dive deep with our clients and business associates and other friends of Upland Consulting to learn about their story and their journey in business. It's something that always interests me, and I hope you find this interesting. Today we have Dale Johnson, who is with Harley Dykstra. We'll find out more
Hi.
about Dale and his company in a few minutes. But in the meantime, Dale, welcome and thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks, Ian. Good to be here.
So, Dale, you're a director and joint owner of Harley Dykstra, which is actually a company with a pretty long and storied history here in the southwest of WA. Do you want to say a few words about where the company's come from?
Yeah, sure. Well, we started down in Albany over 70 years ago now,
Yeah.
well before my time. We were started by a gentleman called Eric Harley, and that's where we derive the Harley part of our name. We've been operating in Bunbury and the Southwest since the mid 80s. So, yeah, what's that? 40 years. Yeah.
40 years, yeah. Mm.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah, so that's quite a record, and obviously during that time, things have changed a lot in the firm, including people and the leadership team and so forth. Um,
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. We're a whole other generation of leadership now compared to where we started. So, yeah.
mm, yeah, which kind of brings us to why you and I are talking, because you and your fellow directors decided that you needed to take some proactive steps about the prospect of of another round of succession happening in the company.
Yeah, correct. We're the current leadership group. There's three of us. We're all in our 50s now, myself included from last year. So I guess our thoughts are turning further down the track to what the company would look like um, when we're looking to step off, which isn't for a while now, but we know that if we don't start planning these things well in advance, those are the sorts of things that tend to creep up on you, and then you don't leave yourself with enough time to do the process properly, thoroughly, and yeah, to be too hurried about it. So I guess that's why we're embarking on the journey now, while we feel we still have time up our sleeves to do it justice.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and I certainly applaud you for that. You're absolutely right. I see it far too often where people are trying to make those very important decisions in a hurry,
Mm.
and
Mm.
it too often doesn't work well. So,
Yeah. I guess drawing on our own experience for when myself and others came aboard too, we know that that wasn't an overnight process. So that took time. So I guess drawing on our experience with that as well, we can also see that allowing enough time for the process to run its course allows it to happen more effectively.
mm, yeah. So that's a very good point you raised, because this is not by any means the first time this has happened in Harley Dykstra.
Oh,
A phone
jeez.
call?
I should have muted my phone. I shall do that now.
That's all right.
Yes.
No,
Sorry, Ian, you were saying?
yeah, I was saying, so this is not the first time that succession planning has happened in Harley
Mm,
Dykstra. Um,
correct.
and you were part of that process, as it were, on the receiving end
Yes.
some years ago.
Mm,
Do you want to talk a bit about that experience? How was that for you, and how has that informed your approach to this time round?
yeah. I guess it's given me experience to draw on the things that worked well, the things that we learnt um, through trial and error, I guess, in that process. But yeah, that was over 20 years ago. I guess I embarked on that process. Been an owner for, well, coming up 20 years, but the process started before that. Um, at the time, I guess the existing ownership group were in a similar position to the one that I find myself in now, and my fellow directors looking to the future and identifying from within existing colleagues those that might be interested in and have the aptitude to take on the business. So I was part of the group that was selected to embark on that process. And we went through basically management and business training just in-house. It wasn't an MBA or anything like that. And you yourself were involved in helping to select that training and
Mm,
get it rolling. We all met together Some of those involved in that process never became owners, but are still involved in the business as managers. And then some of us that I guess showed an interest and to be involved, then became involved in the business. Following on from that, were offered ownership, and then as the years have gone by, that's moved to directorship in the business. So
Mm.
I guess that's a bit of the process
Mm.
as it was then. Yeah, and we're drawing on some of that experience, I guess, for the current, thinking of how we can better equip our existing staff to function better within the business, but also identifying through that process those that might like to be involved in taking responsibility for the business.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, you're quite right, and it's noteworthy that the fact that this has happened before is informing the current process, and it's almost
Mm.
becoming part of the tradition, the culture, the legacy of Harley Dykstra that you develop people from within.
Mm. Yep. We know them the best,
Mm.
and hopefully they know us the best too. And they can see what I guess we are trying to foster, and hopefully we'll seek to continue that. But yeah, we can at least set the process going anyway. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, no, it's great. I guess one of the things that I really do like about this, we've been working together on this. It's a while now since we had that first conversation in the boardroom.
Mm.
But the conversation quite quickly broadened out from what are we going to do about the next cohort of directors and senior exec leaders to what could we do right across the country, across
Mm.
the company
Company.
to
Yeah.
to elevate
Yes.
standards of leadership and understanding of management and so
Yep.
on.
Yep.
Mm.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
that,
we're not just growing owners, we're actually growing managers, we're growing
mm,
experience within the firm. So yeah, investing in our people. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And it's a substantial investment. We have a cohort of 16 people plus the three current directors all participating in a workshop. So it's a very high level of commitment that the company has
Mhm.
shown to this process.
Mhm. Mm. Yeah,
Mm,
no, it's an important investment, I think, and it is just that. I think it's an investment. Yes, it will have a cost, and it will cost in time and finances, but we believe that the reward is worth that value. And yeah, like I say, we value our team, and I think it's an investment in our team, and we trust will also foster and improve an even better working relationship within our team. We believe it's already good, but the better we get to know one another and understand how one another function and what our strengths and weaknesses are, we believe that offers the opportunity for us to work even better together. So we'll see where we go.
yeah, we will indeed. Well, that's another very good point. Is going through something like this together develops that basis of trust, which
Mm,
gives you your future high performance teamwork, doesn't it?
yeah, yeah, we believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Um, so a few things have changed. A little bit of water's gone under a few bridges since
Mm,
20 years ago, really.
yep.
We were doing this kind of thing. Um, do you think the landscape has changed in terms of what that next cohort, those future leaders, are going to be navigating the company through? What do you think is going to be different for them?
Yeah, oh, look, the technology has certainly changed. There's ever-changing landscape there. I think some things, though, the more they change, the more they stay the same. The market comes and goes. And yeah, those that have been with us for a bit longer will have already seen some of those cycles. So I guess preparing ourselves for that, looking for other opportunities, I guess, to try and broaden our or diversify our risk across the business, look for markets that allow us to work against some of the cycles that happen in some of the things that we're involved with. I guess broadening disciplines with surveying and planning and project management allows for a little bit of a smoothing of that rise and fall as various things come and go. So yeah, preparing for some of those sorts of things that I think will probably stay the same. But yeah, the changes in technology which we've been able to leverage off, I guess looking for new ways to um, keep an eye out for that and to stay across that. Some of that is generational as well. Those that have grown up with some of the technologies that we take for granted will then be able to launch from that into other opportunities with emerging technologies that haven't even launched yet. So
mm,
yeah, looking for ways to innovate um, and continuing to look for opportunities and identify the good ones and avoid the ones that perhaps
mm,
don't have the return.
yeah.
They're the I guess the challenges to instill and the things to learn to grow in for our
Mm,
new colleagues. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, sure. And yours has certainly become a very technology intensive field, hasn't it?
Mm.
Mm,
It's changed a lot in the 30 odd years I've been doing it.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. And you did mention looking, I guess, well, keeping an eye out for opportunities and taking the ones that look promising. And I guess looking back over the history of the firm, it's a feature that Eric Harley was a surveyor.
Mm.
The Harley Dykstra company now certainly does surveying as core business, but as you mentioned,
Mm.
you're in town planning and project management and
Yep.
potentially looking at broader opportunities as well.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. There's, I guess there's the whole thing of identifying what our core business is, but there's plenty of areas where that overlaps, and where our current disciplines and qualifications can allow us to move into areas that, I guess fall a little bit outside of the traditional. Technology has allowed us to go places, to do things that, um, probably we wouldn't have dreamed of 2 or 3 decades ago.
Mm, yeah.
Things like drone technology, I guess, who would have thought we'd be flying back
Hmm.
at the turn of the century? So, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Mm,
yeah, and it's still aligned well with what we do, which is measuring things and mapping. So, at the core of surveying. So,
mm,
yeah, I guess there's some of the sort of the examples of things that we keep an eye out for, things that maybe allow us to be involved in a broader range of activities that um, still fall within the core of what we do.
yeah. Yeah. It's interesting to me as a strategist, and I really, again, have to applaud what you guys do here. Um, Two things you said there. One is that you choose opportunities where you can to diversify into areas that will be counter-cyclical to other core
Mm,
business areas so that you can smooth out the ups and downs a
mm,
bit. Um,
yep.
and the other thing you mentioned was you taking the core capabilities that are already in the company and seeing where you can step those out and develop them. So you're always
Mm,
building out from a known base. Um,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. I guess going back to the drone example, there's a lot of different ways that you can use those. You can use them as digitized fireworks, or you can use them to take photos of real estate, or we choose to do mapping with them because it overlaps with surveying. It
yeah,
overlaps and intersects well with skills and abilities that we've got, and also with data that we need to acquire. If we can get it ourselves rather than having to rely on someone else's cycle of data capture,
yeah.
um, then we can tailor it to our needs. We can be in control of when and how it happens, we can still keep on surveying as part of that.
Mm,
So it value adds to, I guess, the products and the services that we can offer. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Really, really interesting and powerful underpinning to your business strategy there. I think
Hmm.
very good. Um, well, Dale, I am looking forward to working further with you and your colleagues.
Thanks, Ian. Likewise.
We do go back a long way,
Yep. Yeah.
um, which I think is good. I mean, the aspect of heritage and the aspect of where the firm has come from has always come up in my discussions with your staff. It's important to people at Harley's that sense of legacy.
Certainly
So
something we value.
we're building further on that. Thank you very
Hmm.
much for your time, Dale. Really appreciate it.
Welcome, Ian. No, thank you. All the
All the
best.
best.